And I've got Gemma Hawes with me here today, and Gemma is a personal trainer. And would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes, so I am a personal trainer. I've been doing it nearly 10 years. I can't believe that actually, nearly 10 years
Wow.
this year, I think. I'm based in Woking in Surrey, and I started off just like in commercial gyms, and then I've now branched into like more private kind of coaching, like private PT studios,
Okay.
one-to-one coaching, and now small group PT, which is what I'm really enjoying actually, which
And
I'm trying to
that's all in
grow.
person,
All in
not
person,
on
yeah.
Zoom.
No, I have done sort of online coaching. That is something that I still offer, but predominantly now the in person is well, it always has been really my passion,
Yeah.
I guess, because just love the vibe of it, like being in person and helping people, literally coaching people.
It
So
must be a lot better actually to do it in person, and also from kind of, looking at people with their techniques and, making
yeah,
sure is it better in that sense, or
yeah. So I wouldn't say one is maybe better than the other as if we're talking in person or online. But I
yeah,
think the in person stuff definitely suits those people that maybe they're not sure what they're doing and they need that extra learning of what to do in the gym,
yeah,
like how to lift weights. Because especially because I just work with women actually, and a lot of women do worry about that, or like hurting themselves or knowing what to do, or they might think that it's not for them, but it's normally that fear of the unknown, or not knowing what to do. And I think the in-person side of things allows you to then learn and feel safe doing what you're doing.
yeah.
Whereas online, I would say, is generally probably better for people who already know what they're doing and they just need some help with their kind of programming and stuff like that.
Menopause and perimenopause is a real buzzword at the moment.
It really is.
Do you think that it's quite a recent thing that people are understanding it?
Yeah, I mean, let's define recent, like 10 years or so. I
Yeah,
don't know, but like, I mean,
you're
probably,
in the field, so you've probably
yeah,
been aware anyway for a long time because
yes,
of obviously your background.
yeah,
But for somebody like myself, who
yeah.
I'm not a professional.
I
Um,
think even like if you're a member at like big like leisure centres, gyms, there's stuff that's more catered to women now for that kind of thing, and I think it just seems like a normal thing. So yeah, I would say it's definitely very much just like a normal thing. And if you go into a gym now, there's a bit mixture of people in there. It's not, and in the weight sections, it's not just men lifting weights.
yeah, yeah,
Um, so in terms of like seeing women, seeing what it's all about and what it's for, and that whole like, yeah, am I just going to look like Arnie, like you say? I think that's kind of gone away. I think there's or the other benefits are now more, or they're more aware of it, especially around women's health. So I think,
yeah.
yeah.
So what? Tell me some of the benefits then.
So especially as we are going into or as we go into the menopause and things like that, we have higher risk of like osteoporosis and things with the bones. So stroke training for that is ace. And again, I always think this, actually I was thinking this the other day about like say like generations before, like say like my grandparents and stuff, like they would never have lifted weights. Like I can't see my nan getting in the gym like when she was my age, it just wasn't a thing. And
No.
I think I just kind of look at that. I think how things could be different for like the generations before, like if that had been a thing in terms of overall health and strength and other things that might happen, like hip replacements and all these kinds of things, right? So that's one thing. But yeah, it basically lifting weights, it does increase our metabolic rate, which, as we know, slows down. So as we age, so that's one great thing. Obviously, we're going to build more muscle, burn more calories in that workout as well. Doing that, a lot of people think you just got to sweat, like hit, right? And
Or
that's
heart rate up.
especially if it's
Yeah,
like a weight loss thing,
yeah,
because you think, well, I haven't done anything. If that's, but in actual fact, you can be burning calories for quite a long time after a good resistance session. So I think that's something to bear in mind as well. But I think confidence in yourself, like it's not necessarily all about how you look, but a feeling, like feeling stronger. And for some women, they will want to be like, oh, I really want a toned body and I want that, and that's cool, and that will give them confidence and that'll make them feel good. But for others, it's just being more capable to do everyday stuff. Or like I've had clients say they want to get stronger because they want to be in good shape to like run around with their kids and just not have to rely on their husband to do everything like that's heavy and
it's just
and
everyday
things like
things,
that.
isn't it?
So I think, and as I always like to say, whether you're male or female, you're a human body. You have bones, joints, muscles, all of those things. We need to look after them. So I think it is just looking at it like that.
The other thing is that it's well-being, it's, you know, looking after ourselves, where, you know, going to the gym could be seen as you know, a leisure activity, you know, your choice, but really, should it be sort of seen now as essential as brushing your teeth every day? You know, should it be something that we do?
Good
You know.
question. That's a good question. I think so. Yes. I do say that sometimes, and I think in other countries it is a bit more like that. Like that's how they're brought up to
That's
do stuff like
interesting.
that.
So do you think it's a British thing then? You know, it's
Yeah,
it's
it may
the luxury.
maybe, but well, yeah, it definitely can be seen that way. But again, I guess it doesn't always have to be the gym. I am definitely a believer of find a form of exercise that you enjoy, because if you're not enjoying it, then it is going to feel like a chore. But like in terms of just obviously with the weightlifting that we're talking about, it's just those specific benefits I think that are important. If you're worried about going on your own, if you did go to something where it is, say, like a small group PT session, you're going to feel there's probably no more than 6 people. You're going to feel the support. You're going to learn, and you're going to progress. You know, sometimes you go in on your own and just wing it, and then nothing really changes. But it's because you don't really know what
What you're doing.
I mean,
that guidance.
yeah, exactly.